Good morning, class 8. Let's continue chapter number 11, force and pressure. So, children, in last class, yesterday, we discussed the definition of force, that is a pull or a push. A simplest definition is known as a force. After that, we discussed how the force is explored, means if the force is applied in the same direction, then the resultant will be the addition of it. If the force is applied in the opposite direction, then the resultant will be the difference between the two types of forces. Okay. After that, we discussed the effects of force. How with the effects of force, we can change the direction, shape, size of a particular object. Clear? Next, today we're going to discuss about the types of forces. So children, mainly we can divide in two parts, contact and non-contact forces. Contact force, I think it's clear to you. When two objects touch each other, that is known as a contact force. And when the force acts from a distance, that is known as a non-contact forces. Am I clear with the definitions of contact and non-contact? Is it clear? Means who is in your touch. The force will come into play when you will touch that particular object. First contact force we are going to discuss is a muscular force. And children, let me tell you the force which is caused by the action of muscles in our body. That is known as a muscular force. And many of the examples you can take, like lifting of a ball, lifting of a bucket full of water, lifting of a ball, this bag, your school bag. In these all actions, you are using muscles of your body. So that type of force is known as a muscular force. And to lift a bag, you have to touch that bag. Am I clear? That's why this force is known as a contact force. Here in second paragraph even, animal also use the muscular force to carry their physical activities. You have seen many of the animals are involved in transportation also. They do many of the physical activity. What they do? Animals like bullocks, horses, donkeys, camel, they are used to perform various tasks for us. Okay. And for performing these tasks, they use the muscular force. They use the muscular force. So muscular force is applied only when the object is in contact with it. So that's why this is known as a contact force. So children, the question may be that give the examples of muscular force, define muscular force. Why muscular force? You can say it is a contact force. So the question may be in any of the form. So if any confusion to anyone, you can ask. Muscular force is clear. Should I move further?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is friction. Friction force is also a contact force. Friction force, in the misunderstood words, we have done the definition of friction force. That friction is a force which always act in the opposite direction of the motion. अब इसका क्या मतलब है? फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स का क्या मतलब है? Let's discuss. Children, chapter 12 is complete about the friction. So you will come to know that what friction is exactly. So, okay, Aryan, just read this paragraph so that you may understand the process of that frictional force.
Friction. Recall some of your experiences. A ball rolling along the ground gradually slows down and finally comes to rest. When we stop pedaling a bicycle, it gradually slows down and finally comes to stop. A car or a scooter also comes to a rest once its engine is switched off. Similarly, a boat come to a rest if we stop rowing it. Can you add some more such experiences? In all these situations, no force appears to be acting on the objects, yet their speed gradually decreases and they come to rest after some time. What causes a change in their state of motion? Could some force be acting on them? Can you guess the direction in which the force must be acting in each case? The
Okay,
force
beta.
responsible
Okay,
for
okay,
changing
okay,
the
okay. Thank you. Rachit, continue with the next paragraph. After that, I will explain what this force is.
Does the magnet on the road
From the last
between
paragraph here.
the moon?
The force responsible for changing.
The force is responsible for changing the state of motion of object. In all these examples is the force of friction. It is the force of friction between the surface of the ball and the ground that brings the moving ball to rest. Similarly, friction between water and the boat brings it to a stop once you swim.
Okay, beta, you can
Direction
underline the
is
next
always
paragraph that,
opposite to
okay, beta, thank you. The force of friction always act on the moving objects and its direction is always opposite to the direction of the motion. So kindly underline. So children, we had read many of the examples. Suppose you have thrown a ball on the ground, suddenly it gets stop itself. Similarly, the bicycle will stop if you stop pedaling it. Why that happens? Why the object stop itself? So something is there which is stopping that object. That is known as a frictional force which always act in the opposite direction. Okay. You apply a brake on this vehicle, the engine suddenly stops. So means something is there. By applying a brake, the frictional force act on it and the object gets stopped. So the friction force is an opposing force. Already I had told you this is an opposing force and always act in the opposite direction. And it tends to stop the object. Frictional force, it always act in the opposite direction and tries to stop that particular object. So frictional force also comes into play when there will be a contact force. It is also an example of a contact force because object will stop only when that will be in contact with the surface. So that is also the example of a contact force. So first of all, we had read one of the force, that is a muscular force. Second, we read the frictional force. These both are the contact forces. Next, let's discuss about the non-contact forces now. So let's read this paragraph. Sarthak Singh Rao, start reading the non-contact force. First is the magnetic force from here. Does the magnet
11.7 non-contact forces. Magnetic force. Activity 11.6. Take a pair of
no beta, don't read this. Okay, start reading from here.
Okay, ma'am. Does the magnet on the roller begin to move when the other magnet is brought near it? Does it always move in the direction of the approaching magnet? What do these observations suggest? Does it mean that so some force must be acting between the two magnets? You and
Okay. Next is, let's continue with the next paragraph. So this is the activity 11.6. You can see that how the similar poles of the magnet, they repel and the opposite poles of the magnet, they attract each other. You know about it. Okay. So already you have read the concept of attraction and repulsion in the case of magnets. So children, magnetic force act from a distance. Okay. As you can see in this figure, the force is acting from a distance. See, both poles are there. See in figure activity 11.6, both red poles are there, means both are north poles, and both north poles, they repel each other. And in this figure, there is one north and one is the south pole. So they are acting from a distance. They get attract from a distance. जैसे ही आप दोनों poles को पास में लेके जाते हो, then what happens? They get attract if the poles are opposite. ठीक है? So इसके लिए we don't have to touch each other. So that's why it is known as a non-contact force. So the force exerted by a magnet on the piece of iron is a non-contact force. Am I clear? So because this force acts from a distance, that's why it is said as a non-contact force. Hope children it is clear. If it is not, you can ask me. Kindly ask if the concept is not clear of magnetic force. You all have seen this experiment, that how magnet attract the iron pieces towards it. So that is again by the process, by the non-contact forces. Okay. Next comes the one more non-contact force, that's the electrostatic force. This is very simple electrostatic force. You have done so many times this experiment. You used to do comb in the dry hair. If you comb in dry hair for 10 to 15 minutes or 10 to 15 times, then you can attract the tiny bits of paper towards it. Does it happen or not? Does it happen?
Yes,
Or during the winter season, when you take off your woolen clothes, so you feel like that your hair are also moving with that woolen sweaters or woolen clothes. So that is a electrostatic force. The force exerted by a charged body on another uncharged or a charged body is known as a electrostatic force. And when it comes into play, when the two objects are not in contact with each other. अभी जो मैंने आपको बताया, tiny bits of paper can be attracted towards the comb. आपको comb को उनको touch करवाने की जरूरत नहीं है. They will attract from a distance. Even see in figure 11.11, what that person is doing, that is hanging a straw rubbed with the paper. Attract the another straw but repels if it has also rubbed with the sheet of paper. We have taken two straws. आप straw ले सकते हो, ये पेन अपना प्लास्टिक का पेन भी ले सकते हो. You have rubbed it with the paper. Two straws or two pens you have taken, you have rubbed it with the paper. Then what will happen if you will bring both the straws together? They will repel each other because they had acquired a same charge. Is it clear up to? Am I clear, children? Or you want to ask anything? You can. Okay, children. Next type of non-contact force is a gravitational force. So there are so many examples of gravitational force. Whenever you are throwing anything, that thing falls on the ground. Why it is so? Even the fruits, when they get ripened, they fall on the this ground. How that can happen? Why they don't remain? If you are throwing, suppose you are throwing a coin, or you have thrown a ball in the air, why that don't remains in the air? Why that fall towards the earth? Yes, Sarthak Sehgal, you have raised hand. Want to say something? So the objects of things all fall towards the earth because earth pulls it. And this force is known as a force of gravity, or simply the gravity. Okay. So means earth is having a special kind of force with which it is attracting the objects towards it. Okay. So you know that is acting from a distance. The water in the rivers flow downwards. Why it is so? Due to the force of gravity. आपने कभी पानी को ऊपर से नीचे जाते हुए देखा है? पहाड़ों से पानी आता है, जो स्ट्रीम्स हैं, झरने हैं, they always flow from upward to downward. Why it is so?
Ma'am, because there is gravitation.
Ma'am, because gravity push it.
Yes, because pulls it because of the gravitational pull. So gravity is not the property of Earth alone. Every object in the universe, whether small or large, exert a force on each other. That is known as a gravitational force. Okay. So again, that is an example of a non-contact forces. So can children, we can recall how many types of non-contact forces we have read. What are the examples of non-contact force? First, what we had read? Non-contact. Yes. Second is electrostatic, and third is
Magnetic.
gravitational force we have read.
Gravity.
So these three are the non-contact forces. So today, children, we have read the concept of non-contact and contact forces. I hope this concept is clear to you. If not, you may ask the questions.